Hello my friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. The snow is still here. That is right, it is still snowy in North Carolina. So since we can't be out in the garden, we're going to be in the warm greenhouse today because we are potting up the Proven Winter Annuals for the Retail Garden Center. Yes, we have just begun the process. We have got 7,506 annuals that we will be potting up today for the retail greenhouse. A little bit different process because it is for the retail and we've got to haul it down there. Plus, y'all, imagine this. It is crazy for me to even say this. The garden center is going to open in a couple of weeks. That's right, February the 21st, that's Saturday. We are going to have the grand opening for the 2026 season. So if you are in the area, or you're going to be traveling by, or you're not close by and you just want to come hang out with us and do some shopping on February 21st, we would love to have you. For February, we're only going to be open on Saturdays. So I think that's only like 2 Saturdays. So it's the 21st and then the 28th. And then beginning in March, we will go back to our regular hours of Wednesday through Saturday. Also, as a little side note while they're getting going, I am going to link a page on our website. It's a plan your visit. We have updated this. We have had this page for a little bit of time, but it wasn't working properly. And a couple of y'all were like, hey Jenny, this is not helpful. So we fixed it. So you can head over to plan your visit. So if you're going to be coming to us, we have put like local restaurants that we personally love and adore. They're on there. There's places that you can stay. There are local things that you around the region that you can do if you're going to be staying here like overnight. And so then we also have an events page because what we're going to be doing this year is going to be a little bit different. We are going to be offering free workshops. It's the third Saturday of every month, beginning in March. So we will have various workshops that are free that will be seasonally based. So you can go over there and check out those descriptions and plan accordingly on your visits. And then we are also going to be having 3 Friday Night Lights events. We're going to have one in the spring, summer, and then in the fall. This will be when you can come to the garden center at night. We will have food trucks. We will have hopefully like some local entertainment that you can hang out with and enjoy. And of course, you can shop, you can tour the gardens, you can do all of that kind of fun stuff. So it's just a real neat way to come in and enjoy the garden center at a little bit of a different time. So that's going to be really fun. With the Friday Night Lights, it will be a ticketed event just because we're trying to control numbers, but it's going to be a very nominal fee and we're going to charge by the carload. So we're just we don't need to have, 500 cars show up. And so we can't handle 500 cars. And so just know that that's going to be happening. All of that is on the website. You can check that out. Now, again, potting up annuals for the retail greenhouse. So that means when you come on February 21st, the greenhouse is going to be filled to the brim with these gorgeous annuals. Now, unless you are traveling and you have a greenhouse at your home, I would highly recommend you not purchase your annuals then. They're not going to be ready. The weather is not going to be ready. However, if you insist and you really want to buy them, then we will let you buy them. So let's look at all the beauties that are going to be going in there. This rack, obviously, they have not popped out yet. So these are kind of a little bit in the holding zone. So we have got begonias right here. We have got some of the Selenias, which, y'all, these are great, beautiful. This is Selenia chocolate orange. So it's called chocolate orange because it has really dark foliage, but like Clemson orange, very bright orange flowers. Oh, beautiful. And then, of course, the yellow. Kind of self-explanatory. We've got some double ups right here, more double ups. The double delights. So we have got the blush rose and we have got the apple blossom. These are the ones that are fantastic for like morning sun, filtered sun. They can tend to have like a little bit of a trailing habit to them. I did the blush rose in my hay racks at the house last year, and oh my gosh, they were gorgeous. So we've got some grasses, more of the begonias down here. More begonias over here. We do love our begonias because y'all buy them up every single year. We have got the angelonias. We've got the white. We've got super blue, super white. I mean, the angelonias are wonderful for your sunny gardens. Nice upright habit on them. Love these so much. So we've got all of those that are still waiting to be popped. And then these are the ones that have already been popped. So they're starting with some petunias, some super petunias. So we have got the mini vistas right here. We have got, the new pink cloud is down there. Of course, the ever beloved, right? Lemon coral sedum. And then we got the artist blue ageratum. This is a great one, y'all. It will go all summer. I would think that like an ageratum would not handle the heat and humidity of the South, but it does. I've got big plans for the artist blue ageratum in my garden, so I'm loving this one, and it's going to go in the full sun in my house. So this is a nice, tight, compact one. You don't have to deadhead it. It gets to be about 8 to 12 inches tall. Love this one, of course. So lots of fun things happening. So we've got the assembly line going on. Because we are doing these for retail, we do not barcode the retail pots because all of them are the same price. At some point we may do that so we can track numbers and track trends and all of that kind of stuff, which would be really helpful, but right now we're not doing that. So it makes it easy as far as that goes because there's no barcodes. They just have to have, of course, the pot. So they are moving and grooving big time. So Brittany, of course, is she's the master conductor back over here, keeping everybody filled with their plants and kind of keeping them going in the same area. You've got Heriberto and Catherine are planting. They're getting those babies in there. Then Mimi's up here today. She was going crazy in the snow, so she's here. So she and Debbie are doing the tags. Cece is cleaning up the trays. And then right now, we have got Jesus is loading up the racks. Now, because these have to go down to the retail garden center, because that is still a functional producing greenhouse. It's not just for retail space, we actually grow in there as well. So it's a little bit different this year, this go round as before. So they're still loading them up on the racks. And so Jackson and Jose are working together right now. So they're taking the racks up to the door, and then we are loading onto a trailer, and then we'll carry them down to the retail garden center and load up the tables at the retail garden center. I will show you that whole process as well. So what we're going to do is just get that trailer loaded up and get as many plants potted up as we can, and then we'll head down to the garden center. So down here at the Retail Garden Center and getting it loaded up. There is a method to our madness here in the Retail Garden Center, because we like to keep certain plants on certain areas of the greenhouse. Because we talked about this before, having a microclimate. So microclimates are a little mini climate within a bigger climate. So in your garden, you will have microclimates. That means that you will have an area maybe that stays traditionally hotter than the rest of your garden, or maybe it stays traditionally cooler, or maybe it, you know, whatever the case may be. So here in the greenhouse, we like to put the annuals that grow really well in cooler conditions. So your supers, your supertunias, your superbenas, your superbells, we like to put them on the outside walls. That way they're up against the wall. Traditionally, that is going to be cooler. A little draft is very much kind of, quote, exposed to the temperatures, because there is just a piece of fabric that is between them. So we have like all the superbells right here, superbells, supertunias, all the way down. So the fellas are bringing them off of the trailer. And then as Cece is here, she is making sure that all of the trays, the like trays are, the like plants are together. So for example, this is the Superbell's Magic Double Grapefruit. So these are all together here, and because when you're taking them off the trailer, obviously sometimes they can get a little mixed up. So she makes sure that they're all together, and look how neat and tidy they are, right? So absolute perfect straight rows. You will notice that there is not, you know, an inch of empty space. So we have learned how that we can run them vertically. Yes, we can run them vertically most of the time, and then we can have one extra tray running horizontally down the front, because space is at a premium. So we talked about we were missing some tags. So what we had to do is use old tags and just write what they are. So this is like royal velvet, while we wait on the tags to arrive. So that way every tray is labeled and we are good. So we've got like pink tiara right here and so forth. So all of those are going down, and then we turn and we start on the inside table, because I think we've got, let's see what they've got right here. They've got those more, I think they're more tiaras. So I saw the blue tiara, we've got pinks and all sorts of things going right here. So on these tables, she's got them where we've got, so Supertunia Persimmon is right here. Then we've got that Mini Vista Pink Cloud. So she can get 2 trays running vertically, and then she has the one in the middle going horizontally. So that way it doesn't get tipped over or anything, so she knows exactly how to get them spaced. They hang over just a little bit on each corner, but yeah, they will do just fine. So the process continues, getting all of these loaded up. I came in here though, and I was like, good gosh, it is cold in here. I don't know if you can see, like, yeah, still have snow on the roof, because this has more of a, I don't know, what would you call it, like a gable? A steeper pitch. It's not a rounded roof, it's a little triangle, whatever that's called. So the snow has come to the center where the gutters are, and because it's a cloudy day, it's not supposed to freeze tonight. It's supposed to only be 37 tonight, so that's good. But yeah, it was chilly in here, so Jerry came down, turned on the heat, and he said it was 53 in here. That's what the thermostat said, and I was like, it's not 53 in here. It's a cold 53. So we got the heat cranked on, so because obviously we had no plants in here, so we've not been running the heat. Now that we have plants in here, we will run the heat. Still run it on the cooler side though, because we don't want these to have tons of top growth, because it's not ready yet. So we want root growth, so we'll run it on a cooler temperature. I'll ask him and let you know kind of what he will set the thermostat at. And then of course on cloudy days, we don't have the free energy from the sun, so the heat would be more likely to kick on cloudy days than sunny days. I know it's obvious, right? But sometimes you just kind of forget about that. All right, so we're gonna get this trailer unloaded, and then it's gonna be lunchtime. before we do lunch, Jerry is watering. So I'm going to just kind of walk you through how we water, because that y'all just seem to find that very fascinating, how we water in this greenhouse. So in this greenhouse, the only automated watering that we have are from the hanging baskets. Those are what those tubes are hanging down. So all of the plants in the greenhouse in this retail area always have to be hand watered. So because we've talked about this before, right? So the amount of roots for the amount of soil in here is really low, right? So we just are going in there and getting them watered in. He's also kind of cleaning off the edges of the pots. So he's just going to come through and not spray me. Nope, not spraying me. And just getting them lightly watered in. He does not want to saturate the entire pot because, again, we want to make these roots work for their water. Now, yes, we absolutely have to provide water for them, but we don't want to saturate them, especially our super bells, because super bells hate to have like wet feet, like the roots. They don't like to have a ton of water. So that's the fastest way to kill a super bell, and especially early on in this stage as far as growing, is that you give it too much water and they literally will just rot. So just going through, making sure, I don't know, maybe the first inch of soil has some moisture in it, but just doing a real light watering, and then probably won't water these for the next,
It just depends. It's been drying out fast though because we heat so much.
Right, so because he doesn't have a mic on, obviously. So he said because we've been running the heat so much because it's been so cold outside, they have been drying out faster. But it is supposed to warm up just a little bit, as far as like it's not going to be in the single digits at night. It's going to be right above freezing, so it may not have to run as much. You just play it by ear. But when you're not running the heat a ton, it could be, you know, every 2 days, every 3 days. Who knows? That is the art and the science of growing, and that's the hardest thing to convey to employees and other gardeners, is how much water a plant needs or does not need. All right, my friends, so we had a nice lunch break and we are back at it. We got all of the annuals popped out, and so from this point we can just chug along and keep on going. So everybody is back in their positions and just knocking it out and getting these 7,506 annuals into their new Proven Winner Grande containers. So we are going to go ahead and kind of wrap this up because Jerry and I have a meeting that we have to get to. But I am going to make sure to link the events page and the Plan Your Visit page. Y'all, there's going to be some really fun workshops that we are going to do this year. So we're going to have spring container plantings, talking about how to successfully set your garden up for a beautiful summer. Greg from Power Planter is coming back in April, I believe it is, to do a workshop, of course, on the Power Planter augers, the Jenny Edition augers. He is always a fun time for sure, so you're not going to want to miss that. We are going to do at least 3 tours of the house gardens. So each tour will kind of focus specifically on a certain garden. So if you want to come see the gardens at the house, make sure you check out the events page. Get ready for it that month. Again, those are completely free. You don't have to sign up, just come on. Every workshop will start at 10 a.m., roughly run to like 11:30. And yeah, so you don't have to RSVP for those at all. You can just come on and we will have fun together. We're going to do, of course, the Monarch Butterfly Garden. So I haven't asked Mimi yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that we're going to be going up to her Monarch Garden. Maybe check out the Monarch Garden at our house. We've got Terry from Spring Meadow Nursery. She is going to be coming in the fall. Of course, that is the home of the Proven Winners Color Choice Shrubs. So she's going to be coming down talking about how you can have those great successful plantings with those shrubs in the fall. So like I said, lots of fun things, very seasonal. We really tried to plan each monthly event around kind of what is happening in that time in the season. So if you're local or if you're not, you literally could come to every single one of those workshops and you're going to learn something completely new. It's going to be a completely different topic on each one of those. So we look forward to it. It is going to be a fantastic year. I cannot believe that in a couple of weeks the garden center is going to be open. Can't say that I'm wishing that the snow would stick around. I'm ready for some sunny, warmer days, but they are coming. They are coming. A good Southerner loves a one nice snow that lasts for about 3 days, and then we're sick of it. So I tell you, people that live with snow all winter long, y'all are just, y'all are some tough cookies. That's all I'm going to say about that. So as always, hope you have found this fun, informative, inspirational. Y'all have a fantastic day. Jerry and I are off to a meeting. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.